Hey guys, this is Ben, the creator with Monumental Heart Media, and today I'm here with an amazing insurance broker, and she's going to tell us a little about her story and how she got started. Tell us how long you've been in the business, how did you get started?
Thank you,
and
Ben.
tell us the name of your company.
Thank you, Ben. Well, first off, my name is Sasha Gomez, and our business name is AG Insurance Brokers. We are here in Arizona, all throughout Arizona, licensed. And a little bit about me, how I got into the business it's a very long story, to be honest. But the way I got into the business is my parents are the ones who first initially started the business back in 2005. So Our agency is family owned, Latino owned. I'm very proud to say that. Whenever I can, I always say that part. But they started it back in 2005. And honestly, seeing their story, they were born in Mexico. Well, my mom was born in California, but she grew up in Mexico along with my father. And to come here to the States, starting literally from zero, starting from the bottom, now they're here.
Yeah.
Drake reference. But to see them get here and for them to become business owners, that is probably the biggest inspiration that I had, is seeing how they got to that point, seeing them grow a business, even throughout a lot of the shifts that the economy has had.
Definitely.
And just to see them go through that and to still make it through and to still keep the business alive and running and be successful is honestly, to me, that was like the biggest reason why I wanted to be part of this agency it has so much potential to grow. And one of the other things that really inspired me to be in this business is watching my parents. They're my biggest mentors, my biggest supporters, because they are people of integrity. They truly believe in helping our community, especially the Latino community that is humongous here in Arizona. And for them to be so willing to educate our community, to be so willing to be kind and gentle and just have that compassion is something that's just always inspired me to get into this business. And honestly, it's just been amazing to be able to be part of this. I've been in insurance for about 5 years. Yeah. Been with the agency, the family agency, for a year now. It'll be a year. Actually, it's already been a year because I started in February last year. And it's been nothing short of amazing. So, it's awesome just to see what they're doing and to be able to be part of that, be a co-owner of the agency and help them grow in levels that they just never could in the past. And to be part of that is to me is a pleasure and it's an honor.
Wow. So what are your core values as an individual and as an entrepreneur?
Oh, this is a good one. Individual. And it's funny that you say this because I actually did a therapy session. If you guys don't see therapists or go to therapy, I highly encourage it. I think there's a stigma around our culture and many cultures, honestly, that therapy is not... you have to be crazy or you have to have a lot of trauma.
La depresión no existe con los mexicanos.
Yes.
De verdad.
And it's just something that I highly encourage people to do because I learned about my individual core values in just one therapy session.
Wow.
And I would say mine are, one is compassion. I mentioned it earlier. My parents really showed me that from a young age, is having compassion. I think when you are in an industry of client facing, you have to have compassion. If you don't, no one is going to want to do business with you, right? So that, I think could go into individual and also into like an entrepreneur, business owner core value. Another one for me is courage. Courage, you have to take risk. I would say courage is something that is something that I've always had. And I'm always continuing to demonstrate, because if I'm not taking risks, I'm not growing. So courage is huge for me. And then the last one is, this is from my dad. He's always taught me this, but is have fun. Have fun in what you do. I honestly don't go a day without smiling or laughing in my day, because to me, it's just crucial that I'm having fun in what I do, whether it's with my coworkers, my colleagues, my compañeros, like it doesn't matter. Like I'm having fun, because if you're not having fun, like what's the point of working? What's the point of doing what you do, you know? So that would be my individual. And then I think a lot of that stems over to my professional core values as well. But if I'm going to add anything else to my professional core values, it's accountability. Humongous. Accountability. I mean, I see it so many times in leadership and in so many different professionals that they don't know how to be accountable. And that's huge. Like, you just take ownership. If you mess up, we make mistakes, we're humans. And I think that's something that I really try to stand by, is just being accountable even when I make mistakes. And I feel like it goes a long way when I hold that core value true to myself.
Yeah, that's actually a really strong attribute to have, because at this point you're self-coaching. And the moment you're self-aware of, I used to work at a bank. They used to use this term called your every opportunity or weaknesses, and you could grow on that. So you could be a better leader, and then a better entrepreneur, business owner, and it's super important. So that's so awesome. What do you actually do? Like, what's your specialties? If anybody's watching this podcast or they watch this reel, like, what is your specialties? Like, your specialty overall?
So it's just like in the word, in the name of our business, insurance, right? We do insurance, but we do a lot of different types of insurance. So we have our personal insurance side, where it's like your normal auto and home that everyone usually needs, auto, home, renters insurance, right? Which we do offer a lot of other specialties like motorcycle insurance, if you need to insure an Airbnb home, different things like that. We also have business insurance, which is something I really emphasize on, because there's so many business owners who are insured incorrectly these days, especially our Latinos who don't know that they need to have commercial insurance, they need to have business insurance. And we also do offer life insurance, which is another thing that I really stress on people, is like just being protected, having your family protected, having your business partners protected, because there's also insurance for those types of things. And then also, if you just want something basic like funeral expenses, you see all these GoFundMes these days, funeral expenses. If you can't get anything else, get a funeral expense type of policy, because that can go a long way for your family.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a thing. And so those are a lot of the different types of services that we offer. But if we're going back to like what's our niche, it's all tying back to our Latino community. We don't discriminate anybody, obviously, but our Latinos is where we have the biggest impact on, because we are bilingual. Everyone in our offices are bilingual as well. And so that, I feel like, just really makes our clients feel a lot more comfortable to talk to us, because we do add that educational part of like, hey, this is what you have, this is what you need to have. And we give them those options, because a lot of people come to us and they want the bare minimum, but at least we get to tell them like, hey, this is what you could have, and this is the situations you can get into if you don't have the right coverage.
Oh no, I'm totally self-aware of that. What's the term they use? Like, they say cheaper could be more expensive or something like that. That's pretty much it. So yeah, with my insurance, I typically care about coverage. Like, I mean, obviously, pricing is important, but for me, a couple years ago, my broker got me the right coverage for my camera equipment, and they broke into my old office where I had all my equipment, and it was like about $17,000, and because I had the right coverage, I got everything, like covered. So super important.
Absolutely.
As you guys already know, Monumental Heart Media is a company that specializes in content creation and social media management. If you're a brand new entrepreneur, you've been in business for a while, you probably heard of this term called call of action. What that is how could people find you online? With that being said, what's your call of action?
My call of action is you can find us on Instagram, on Facebook, and our name is AG Insurance Brokers. And I mean, we want to start educating a lot of our clients, making sure that we have content that is easy to understand, and breaking down a lot of the terms, a lot of like, how can you get discounts? So that is one of our biggest goals, is like making sure we can reach our population here in Arizona.
All right. Well, awesome. Thank you for stopping by, and you're amazing.
You, sorry, Ben. Thanks.
Thank you.